Okay. So today we are going to learn about what is engineering graphics and what is its syllabus and distribution of marks and basic things related to the projection of points and projection of lines. So here in this slide, what you're seeing is engineering graphics. Its subject is 18 EGDL 15 if it is in the first odd semester and 25 is for the even semester. So it is there in the choice-based credit system. So syllabus, the module one consists of introduction to computer-aided sketching. So in this, we are going to learn about basic things related to the engineering graphics. So herein we have two parts. One is related to the sketching. So we are going to discuss basic things in this. Okay. So how we are going to use the basic instruments in a sketch sheet. Okay, and related to the software, we are using SolidWorks ST4 software. In this, we are going to learn basic commands. Okay, how to use line commands, rectangle command, different polygons, trim command, extend to next, okay, dimension command, text command. So all these things we are going to learn from the module one. So there is no marks for the module one. Now we are going to move to the module number two. So that is orthographic projection. So in this orthographic projection, we have two portions in this. One is projection of points. So basically, we are going to discuss this projection of points in the four quadrants using the quadrant system. Then after that, we will be solving some basic problems on it. We move to the projection of straight lines. So in this, we are dealing with only first quadrant and first angle. So what are the different types of lines we are having it? So we are going to solve. And then the third topic it is projection of plane surface. So this also with respect to the first quadrant and first angle projection only. In here and different types of plane surfaces we are going to deal with, that is triangle, square, rectangle, rhombus, pentagon, hexagon, and circle. So now the model number three, it is projection of solids. Okay, here in projection of solid, it is a very important model because the majority of the marks with respect to this. So in this, we are going to discuss about projection of right regular tetrahedron, hexahedron, prism, pyramid, cylinders, and cone. So model 4 related to the section and development of lateral surface of the solids. So herein we are going to develop the surfaces like pyramid, prism, cutted portions, all those things we are going to do. Next model number 5, it is isometric projection. So in this, we are going to project a 3D diagram of the solid or combination of solids here. So okay, so this is what the syllabus. Now it is the scheme of evaluation. Okay, so from each of the modules, you can see here module number 2 having two things here. Points, it is not there for the exam purpose. We have only lines and planes. So in this we have choice. Either we can go for the lines or we can go for the planes. So marks allotted it is 25. In module 3 it is projection of solids. So that is compulsory question. So marks allotted is 45. Next module 4 and 5 we have the choice, that is in isometric and development of lateral surface. The marks allotted is 30. Total marks it is 60. Now we will be doing, as I am discussed, this subject it is divided into two parts. One is we have to do the sketching in sketchbook, and second one is doing in system and taking printout. So these 100 marks, how it is divided with respect to each of the questions. So the question pattern here is we have only three questions in the question paper. That is question number one. So the question number one marks 25 is divided among 15 marks for sketch and 10 marks for doing in system and taking printout. Similarly for the question two also you can see that 25, 20, 45. Question number three it is 20 and 10, 30. So total marks you can see that 60% of the marks for the doing in sketch and 40% of the marks for doing in system. And this is here internal marks allotment, how it is done. Drawing sketchbook, okay, so sketchbook will have 24 marks, internal test it is 16, so total we have 14 marks. So these are the textbooks and reference books for the subject. So now we see what is a drawing. Okay, so drawing is nothing but a graphical representation or pictorial representation of any object. So it can be compared with a verbal or written descriptions. So it gives a better idea to understand how a particular shape, size, and appearance of any object. Okay, so hence it has become a best communication media for the engineers. Okay, in almost all the fields, you can say that. So this is a course learning objectives. So you can see that. So by learning this subject, students are exposed to the different engineering concepts like orthographic, isometric projections. So they can easily understand. Drawing is nothing but a engineer's communication language by which he is communicating with the other fellow engineers. So this is what the course learning objective. So this is the course outcome. So in this, we are going to what we learn. We are going to learn some conventions, BIS conventions, softwares, and we are get to know about hands-on experience on the CAD software, and the basic knowledge about the orthographic projects and concepts. Okay, everything we are going to get to know from here. Okay, and this is what our first concept. So how we are doing the projection, you can see the projection of an object in figure 1.1. So there is an observer who is looking at an object, and the object image, it is forming on the plane of a object. So three important things important for an projection. So one is observer, object, and plane. So the image which has been projected on the plane of projection, we calling that as a projection. Okay. So we are replacing the weave of an object by means of a projection here. And then here on the right side, you can see there are four quadrants mentioned. Okay. First quadrant, second, third, and fourth. So here in the observer position will be fixed, okay, irrespective of the position of the object. So by placing the position of the object, we are going to define what is first quadrant, second, third, and fourth. So herein we are defining the quadrants by means of this horizontal plane and vertical plane. So here in this, the first coordinate is nothing but object with the position of the object. The first quadrant it is, the object is lying above HP in front of VP. If the same object we place in the second quadrant, the object will be behind of VP above HP. And in the if you place in the third quadrant, the object is below HP and behind of VP. And the same object we place in the fourth quadrant, the object will be in front of VP and below HP. So this is how we define the quadrants. So you can see that the same thing. So it has been mentioned here. Okay, and here some of the notations as we have mentioned here. The top view denoted by small a, front view by a dash, and side view by a double dash. Okay, these are the notation. So you can see the projection of points of first column. You can see here a point is given, point A, it is at 50 mm above HP and 60 mm in front of VP. So this is what the first quadrant we have taken. Okay, so this is what the actual 3D view of a point. Point A, you can see here, point A is 50 mm above HP. So whatever the thing, if it is coming above HP means it is the front view, that is A dash. So in front of VP, say in front of VP or behind of VP means it is our top view. So that is mentioned by small a. So what we do in this convention in order to write the 2D views, so we are going to fix the vertical plane and we are going to rotate this HP plane by 90 degree in clockwise direction. By rotating it, so we getting an XY line. You can see here XY line already there between the HP plane and VP plane and the HP plane. Okay. So as we rotate it, what happens? VP plane will be coming above the XY line and HP will be below the XY line. And these are the projection of a line with respect to a point. So this indicates the front view and this indicates the top view. Okay. The same second quadrant, you can see that a point A is given, which is 50 mm above HP and 50 mm above HP and 60 mm behind of VP. So behind of VP, you can see behind of VP means it is our second quadrant. The second quadrant, the same conventions. VP will be fixed and HP is rotated by 90 degree in clockwise direction. What happens? Both HP and VP are going to merge, and it is falling above the XY line. So that's why you can see that both the front and top views are falling on above XY line with the same collinear line. The same third quadrant, you can see that the point is lying behind of VP and below HP. That is point, you can see that dimension mentioned. A is lying 50 mm below HP and 60 mm behind of VP. So by the following the concept here, rotating HP by 90 degree in clockwise direction, fixing the vertical plane. So we get the convention like this. And this is also same. Okay, now we can see that in the same problem, if we do with respect to the side view, what happens here? You can see a point A is given 50 mm above HP and 60 mm in front of VP, and say some 50 mm from the left, from the profile, right profile plane. So as we are going to open it, okay, with the concept, what happens, we get it A dash in the front view and A in the top view and A double dash in the side view. So as I'm going to write in the sketchbook, what happens here, so we are going to use here extra profile plane, that is RPP, at some distance from this top and front view. So we are going to mention it as x1 and y1. Now here where there is a top view, so remember this is important thing, where there is a top view, we are going to draw an 45-degree angle line, okay, there. From that we are going to draw from the top view, we drawing a horizontal line touching 45-degree and then projecting upward to complete the side view. So it is the same, I can see that front view, side view and top view of an object. So this is projection of lines. So this is very important concept here. So these are the simple concepts, basic concept. After that we have to go for actual. Vertical line, line perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP, line parallel to both HP and VP, line inclined to HP and parallel to VP, line inclined to VP and parallel to HP. So all these concepts you can see here. You can see in this first concept, line perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. So perpendicular means we will get a point here, AB, you can see that AB. Parallel means we get the same length of line, that's what parallel means. As we are going to open it, so this is what the front view and this is what the top view. You can see in the picture representation too, in this, the line is parallel to both HP and VP. So in this concept, we get the length of line will be same, both in case of top and front view. Okay, so next concept, it is line is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. So here in the inclination, what we give to the HP plane will be projected in the front view. So you can see that that is a theta. Parallel means the length of line will be remaining same here. Now the line is inclined to VP and parallel to HP. So in this problem, it is parallel to HP means we get the same line, but inclined to VP, whatever the inclination to VP we give, so that we can see in the HP plane. Now the fifth concept, line inclined to both HP and VP. So you see in this problem, the length of line has been inclined to both the HP plane and the VP plane. So this is what the actual concept here. So you can see the practical notation of this in the sketch. Okay, so this completes the basic concept.